End of story.
The last 24 hours, I think I've been as high and as low as I've ever been in my life. I think I got the bends.
Honey, you know, it could have been a lot worse.
For a while there, we thought it was. We thought they'd killed Patrick and Mel.
Yeah, but remember, our speculation about what happened to Patrick, that's exactly what it is. It's just speculation.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely, Commissioner. Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, nobody says you have to investigate a hunch. You have a death certificate. You have a certificate of cremation. You did the right thing.
So it's over.
Patrick's free.
And so is Marty. And wherever they are right now, hopefully they have found a little peace.
Us too? I want to go to bed now. I want you to hold me in your arms until I fall asleep, and we can shut out the rest of the world. Allow me. What in the world? Oh, no.
Looks like they left us a little something to remember them by, huh?
Marty, Patrick, what did we ever do to you?
Oh, gentle sleep, nature's soft nurse.
Shall we give them some privacy?
I'm worried about your father's medical condition.
The doctor was just in there.
I'm a doctor, or I was.
Yeah, Dad told me that must make it even harder to let somebody else take charge.
You know, the fact that he hasn't been drinking since he went to New York to see you has probably helped him withstand this injury. Whatever you did to shock him into sobriety has probably saved his life.
I don't enable my father one way or another. It was his choice to make.
Well, when you talk to him, you might at least consider giving him credit for a sense of self-preservation.
Coffee? I went to the cafeteria, so it's not out on the machine. Dorothy?
No, thanks.
Well, thank you very much, because I want to be awake and alert for Mel. That's very considerate of you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
How is he now?
He is sleeping peacefully. Oh, I know he wanted to see you all. I really am sorry.
No, he needs to sleep. I'm glad to hear it. I'm also glad that he knows that you're here. You must both really be exhausted. I hope that you will be my guests at my home. I have plenty of room, and Mel says it's quite comfortable.
We've made other arrangements.
Yes, that's very kind of you, but my assistant phoned ahead and made a booking for us at the Palace Hotel. I had my bags sent from the airport.
Well, maybe I should call a cab. I'd be happy to go over there with you and help you get settled in.
Dear, I mean, you must be exhausted yourself. You've been here all night.
Yeah, I want to see Mel.
So do I. Excuse me.
Well, you know, I'm sure you want to see him when he's awake. I'm just as soon sit with Dad while he sleeps.
She loves her father very much, doesn't she?
How's Maggie?
Sleeping? No, I haven't told her yet, so don't start with me.
I have the feeling that there will never be a right time for you to tell her.
Should you just give me a break, huh?
Oh, I see. Did Patrick get a break? No, did he make excuses? No, he accepted the responsibility. He went up to that penthouse knowing full well all the dangers to protect a woman and a child. Now, you see, that is courage.
What has that got to do with me accidentally destroying her warehouse, huh?
Let me put this a little more bluntly to you. If you don't have the courage to tell her, I will.
Don't.
Oh, this place is a mess. I'm glad you called. Good morning.
Hey, morning. I thought you were sleeping.
No, I couldn't turn my mind off. Patrick was one of the most alive people I ever knew, but I always felt like he was looking over his shoulder, just waiting for something to happen. And last night it did. Marrying Marty was probably the happiest moment in his life. I don't know. I guess it gave him the courage to face his enemy.
His courage proved his love.
Yeah, exactly. Well, at least I know now he's at peace and he won't have to look over his shoulder anymore. I just don't know how Marty's gonna live without him. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to live without him. I'm gonna miss him. God, why did this have to happen to him?
Look, sweetheart. Oh, look, why don't you do something for you today, huh? Come on, try to take your mind off of it. Go to a movie, go for a walk, go visit some of your friends.
You're my best friend, you know that? You always know how to comfort me when I come to you with my troubles. It's like after the fire when I thought everything was gone, and now Patrick is gone. And I just don't ever want to lose you. I just don't think I could bear it.
Courage.
Well, Ian's right, you know. We have to have as much courage in life as Patrick had. And so you know what? Let's clean this mess up. We'll have it all fixed up by lunch. Okay?
No, Maggie, wait.
What?
Maggie, I did not cause the fire that burned down your warehouse.
I know that, Max.
I simply jammed the boiler to cause a little flood to make my point, which is that place was nothing but trouble. I had no way to realize that it was such a piece of junk that it would explode. Now, but my intentions were good, Maggie. They were. I did it for you. I did it out of love. And what happened, that was fate. Yes, fate burned down that place. Okay, I got the message. Look, Maggie, your aim's not very good with those things.
Oh, let's leave it to fate, honey.
He's been like this ever since he got here. Maybe it's everything that's happened. I don't know. Max.
Oh, hello. Hey.
Hey, when'd you get here?
About 5 minutes ago.
Hey, you want to tell us about your daydream? It looked pretty intense.
Well, I think we can all take a breath now, right? Who was the genius that got the coffee?
I'll help yourself.
You know, I do not think it's sleep that knits up the raveled sleeve of care. I think it is caffeine.
Well, Kelly has always been very considerate.
Kelly? Oh, of course. When your aunt introduced me earlier, I didn't take it in. Mel thinks the world of you.
Mel mentioned me to Dr. Maud.
Well, Mel wouldn't give the time of day to Dr. Maud, but he sometimes confides in his mother, yes. He says you have guts, which is the highest praise coming from my son.
How would you like to be introduced? As Dr. Maud Boylan or Dr. Hayes? I know Mel likes to call you Mayor.
Well, I think Dr. Maud sometimes gets me off on a wrong foot with people. Hello, I'm Mary Hayes, Mel's mother.
How do you do?
This is Ian Armitage.
Good Lord. Mel's mother is Dr. Maud? I'm awestruck.
How do you know Dr. Maud?
Oh, well, sex and your teenager was very big at boarding school. I still live by your words of wisdom.
Oh, dear.
No means no. It's not a foreign language. It doesn't require any translation. These things sort of stick with you.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. You see what I mean? Dr. Maud has a life of her own.
Are you traveling incognito?
No. I'm here as a mother.
Ah, yes. Well, we're very worried about Mel. He was quite a hero last night. How is he?
He's improving steadily.
Oh, great. Great. And how are you?
I'm shaky.
How about I take you out of here for a couple of hours, if Mel is out of danger?
It's a wonderful idea. Some fresh air, sunshine.
It's a beautiful day.
You know, Patrick loved the sunshine. He's never going to be able to see that again. And we will never see him.
I'll take good care of her.
Thank you.
I wished we could have met under better circumstances. I like Mel.
Well, I like Mel's friends. And I'll see you, I hope, later, Kelly.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
Bye. Good, that's just what she needs.
You and your niece seem to have a very strong bond.
Circumstances kept her and her mother apart, and I've done my best to make up for it.
Well, you've done a splendid job.
Thank you. That means a lot coming from you. You know, Kelly's not the only one who loves your son.
I know.
Dorian, would you like to sit with my father now?
Would I like to? I've waited all night for this.
Dorothy, look at me. I know what you're doing.
BC.
You adored your mother. With good reason, so did I. But that's no excuse for what I've seen going on here since I arrived.
Don't ask me to be friendly to Dorian.
Oh, my dear, you say her name as if you have a mouthful of nails.
She thinks she invented Dad.
Well, he does credit her with his immediate survival. Is that what galls you? That she's been able to succeed where you didn't?
He was still drinking.
Rome was not built in a day.
She oozes all over us like sticky syrup.
Just because our family tends to be astringent, that doesn't mean that all charm is necessarily phony.
Yeah, she presumes a relationship with us that doesn't exist.
Well,
I don't call that charm.
Be that as it may, she certainly can read between Mel's lines.
Are you defending her?
I'll defend Mel's right to make his own choices.
What has he told you?
Plenty. And I think she's very good for him.
Great.
What's good for your father isn't necessarily good for you.
Yeah, well, I can't accept it. I won't.
Mel? Oh, Mel. Hi. So why didn't you tell me your mother was Dr. Maud?
It raises expectations.
All of my expectations have been met and exceeded.
Good. What the hell happened?
Well, you were foolishly heroic. And you got shot for it.
Patrick and Marty.
You took a bullet meant for them.
Are they safe?
2 terrorists were killed, and that seems to have ended it.
Patrick and Marty.
I tell you what, better that you not talk and you conserve your strength.
Don't Dorian me. You know I won't be controlled for my own good.
You flatlined in the OR just a few hours ago. What is it going to take to get you to shut up?
Not death, obviously. Now tell me, what happened after I checked out? Are Marty and Patrick okay or not?
Marty? Yes. More or less.
Patrick.
Not okay.
Huh. No.
What's wrong with it? It has unnatural feelings for me.
Honey, let's just take him inside, give him something to eat, you know, make a little place for him to sleep, then we'll go to bed, okay?
You know, honey, in the last few months, you have gone and risen above and beyond the call of duty for being the perfect spouse. I mean, you've been loving and patient and loyal and faithful.
Well, I'm glad you noticed.
And I, on the other hand, have been less than the perfect spouse. I mean, I've been moody and demanding and irrational and condescending. Well, not really condescending.
Actually...
to be more accurate, an alarmist.
Alarmist.
Alarmist, yes. You know, specifically about that.
Motorcycle, yes.
I'm trying to apologize.
And I accept it and I appreciate it. Thank you, honey. Hey, buddy, hey, you hungry?
Okay, now that I've apologized, can we get rid of it?
That sounds a little heartless.
No. We can just give it away, please. Or throw it off a cliff. I don't care.
Wait, no, sweetheart, you gotta give him a chance.
Not the dog, the motorcycle. Look, if you wanna keep this mangy mutt here, then you gotta ditch the bike, because I don't like either one of them, but I think the dog is a little safer, at least for you. That's the deal.
Don't. Honey, don't do this.
Max, darling, you look so exhausted.
Well, Max has been up all night comforting Blair, who's hysterical about Star's safety. He's actually been very gallant about it.
That had to have been more than exhausting. This tragedy has put everything into perspective, hasn't it? Material things just aren't that important when it comes right down to it. Love is what counts. And friendship. Darling, let's cherish each other. And be grateful. Oh, I love you, Max.
Amen.
See y'all later.
See you. Leave it to Renee, huh? Thank God we have each other. Nothing else really matters, Max. Not Roni's. Not my school. Nothing.
I gotta do this. I gotta do it now.
Gotta do what?
Here, sit. Listen, please. We all make mistakes.
Yes.
And a mistake is not a crime.
No.
And when we make mistakes, trying to do the right thing, is that even wrong?
I don't know what you're talking about, Max.
Hear me out. See, Maggie, I knew that warehouse would be nothing but trouble for you, and I didn't want to see your school fail. So I tampered with the boiler to cause a very small flood in the basement just to get your attention. Now, I could see where you might say that I'm partly to blame for the fire that destroyed the warehouse, but even though you agree that a mistake is not a crime, and if you make a mistake trying to do the right thing, it's not necessarily wrong, I could see where you might hold this against me and say, I don't want there to be anything like this between us. So I am humbly asking for your forgiveness.
I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
That's something you wanted to tell me?
Yeah. I love you.
Oh, that's it?
No, I love you very, very much.
lunch crowd alone. Go back to your place, we'll crawl in bed, and we'll just feel safe in each other's arms, okay?
Yeah, we can do that. If you still want to, after...
After?
Well, I never thought I'd be doing this today.
Well, when the world comes tumbling down around you and you need some self-healing, this is the best thing I can think of.
No wonder a hot tub is so comforting.
Still, I feel a bit raw today. I mean, I didn't know Mel or Patrick as well as you did. But when something like this happens out of the blue, I realize how transient life is, you know, and you just wonder, is all this passing by? I mean, do I matter? And then I get angry, thinking about the time that I've wasted, and a bit scared that I won't leave very much behind. At least Patrick was respected and loved. He will be missed.
You know, I don't know you all that well yet, but I'd miss you already.
That's very kind.
I can only imagine the impression I would leave at this point. Selfish and immature.
Not true.
The accident.
Yes, but I'm sure you've come a long way since then. I know I've done a lot of growing since my father died. I mean, only now am I really able to think I can trust another human being, primarily due to Maggie.
Maggie is so full of joy.
It's amazing we're twins.
Hey, you've got the same joy. It's right there, right under the surface. You gotta let it out.
Take the risk.
Yeah. You did with Maggie. Look around. There are a lot of people you can trust.
Right you are.
Yeah. I thank you for this hot tub and this idea.
It's my pleasure.
Hey, Jessica! I'm so with us.
Yes, come on in. There's plenty of room.
Look, we all had a great idea just to hide out here today.
Yeah, I've been so sad all day.
I know.
Oh.
Out, out, out.
Why did you have to make this about my motorcycle?
I feel like things are being foisted on me.
Foisted? I hate when we start an argument with a big old word like that because it always turns out bad.
It's not an argument. It's a negotiation. Would you prefer I use the word sneaky?
First of all, as far as the dog, Marty and Patrick had no control over that. Secondly, I did not sneak out and buy a motorcycle. Oh. In fact, it was Hank's idea in the first place.
I'm not married to Hank anymore. If Hank wants to be stupid enough to risk life and limb by riding a motorcycle, then that's his business. Let's talk about when you bought this motorcycle. It was while I was at the spa. Why was I at the spa? Because you sent me to the spa to make me healthy and to ensure the fact that I would be your loving wife for a good long time. And while I'm there, what do? You buy a motorcycle. Are you that dissatisfied with our life that you're willing to risk it all by taking a ride on the wild side?
It is not a suicide machine.
It works just as well.
You make it sound like I'm trying to make some kind of a major statement here.
Bingo! You're angry because you're getting older, and you're angry because I'm getting older, and you're trying to spit into the eye of fate. Only I happen to be downwind of fate.
I did not do this to hurt you. I am not trying to make a major statement consciously.
Oh, okay. But subconsciously?
I don't know, maybe. I don't know, you know, I like what it says about me, okay? I like the way the people look at me when I pass them out on the highway because I can almost hear exactly what they're thinking. Wow, I wonder what that feels like. See, and I know what it feels like. They envy me because I know, and I like it.
It's an ego thing?
Yeah, yeah, could be. Yeah. Why do people climb Mount Everest? Because it's there. And because they can. I like riding this bike because I can. You know, it says something about me. It's something I like.
Something that I'm not a part of.
Do you want your own bike?
No! And you're glad about that, aren't you?
Could be. Because the bike is all about me. And it seems like recently everything we've thought about is all about you.
Well, I knew you were going to resent me at some point. What was happening to me?
No.
I knew that.
No! I love you. And I want you to feel better, you know, and we'll do whatever it takes, okay? But I just want this one thing that is all mine.
Motorcycle makes you happy, and I don't.
Did I say that?
If you really loved me, you wouldn't be subconsciously buying a motorcycle and going out and riding it to kill yourself so you could get rid of me.
Oh, well, let's stop. Stop right there.
I will not spend the rest of my life without you.
I could be killed. You know that? Stepping right off a curb. Do you want to control everything I do?
Is this an option?
No, it isn't. We've always given one another all the space we need to breathe. Let's not change the rules now.
Just asking for one little thing.
And then what? Anything that drives you crazy, I give up, right?
Oh, fine. Go ahead. You know, kill yourself. I don't care. I'll be the long-suffering widow. I look great in black.
You're over the top right now. I'm not going to go there, okay? So before we say something that both of us might regret later, I'm going to the hospital. I'm going to check in on Mel.
You are walking out?
Yeah.
Take your stupid little bike with you. And don't bother with your helmet. No.
I jammed the boiler. I'm the one that caused the fire that burned down your warehouse. It wasn't supposed to happen that way, but I'm to blame. And it doesn't matter why I did it. It doesn't matter at all. The thing is just that I'm guilty. I'm guilty of ruining your life. And I can't forgive myself what I've done to you, and I can't see any reason that you would ever forgive me.
How could I not forgive you when you were being so incredibly honest with me?
Maggie, I'm ready to finish what kept starting to talk about before. It's about your school.
You know what? I've been thinking about that, too. Listen, Patrick was a great teacher, and I want to honor him by carrying it on, and I also want to get my school going, but I have to ask you a question first, and you have to be completely honest with me, all right, Max?
Oh, yeah. Whole truth and nothing but. Honesty's the best policy. You got it.
We have to remember to live in the moment.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I think I'm still jet lagged.
Jessica just went to Italy.
Ah.
How was it?
It was amazing. Joey said to say hi.
Oh.
Well, I think I'm going to do that hardy tradition of a cold shower. Some would say foolhardy tradition. Nonetheless.
Careful.
Okay. Tell me, give it to me straight. Is he involved?
With a girl?
Yes.
No. Not that I could tell. Kel, I think he really meant what he said in the letter. He's really excited about his work. He says he's doing a lot of growing up. He looked great, too. And I told him you said hi.
Well, you know what? I am not the same person that I was when Joey left. He'll always have a part of my heart, you know? I mean, but it's as if my heart got a little bit bigger. You know, there's room in there for more than Joey. I just hope I get to see him just one more time.
Oh, I think you will.
Excuse me? Are you a friend of my son?
I'd like to think so. I'm Bo Buchanan.
Oh, of course, Mel has mentioned you. I'm Mary Hayes, and this is my granddaughter, Dorothy.
Hello. You know, recently my stepdaughter brought a book to my wife.
Yes, I am.
Uh-huh. How's Mel doing? I heard that he lost part of a liver.
It hasn't changed him any.
Oh, good. Good.
Oh, excuse me. Mel just saw you through the window, and he asked for you to come in and see him. I had to tell him about Patrick, so just don't tire him out.
I won't. Not long ago, I was where he is right now. Okay. Looked like hell.
Same to you. I could have stopped it.
You did the best you could, Mel.
I could have done more.
I don't know how.
How'd they get him?
He went to Todd Manning's apartment. He wanted to protect Taya and Star. And the gunman, this Mahoney, he was already there. I think Patrick stopped the bullet that was actually meant for Todd. He's very seriously wounded, but he got the guy. I mean, he disarmed him, and he put him down. And then Marty showed up just before the end.
Why?
Maybe they wanted to silence Patrick before he had a chance to be questioned by the Irish authorities. Why Todd? I don't know. He won't say.
Where is Patty going to be buried? He deserves a little peace.
Oh, he'll find peace. But it won't be underground. You see, after Patrick died, things got pretty chaotic. The EMS people, they put him in the ambulance, and they let Marty ride along, too. As a matter of fact, it was Dr. Margaret Saybrook that signed Patrick's death certificate. So we know that the body made it to the hospital, but the next morning, nobody could locate Patrick's body. Or Marty either. But they found this note in the morgue, and it was addressed to me from Marty. And she apologized for not going through channels. And then she said that she had taken his body and that she was going to have it cremated and have the ashes spread in Ireland. And we should never plan to see Marty in Landview again. So then I did some checking around, and we found this mortician who had signed the certificate of cremation. And then Nora and I found their little dog, Penny, with its leash tied to the handle on our front door. Are you clear-headed enough to understand what I'm telling you right now?
That's the best medicine you could have brought me. Peace be with you, Patty. God bless Marty.
You look tired. Why don't you go home?
Yeah, 24 hours on my feet and counting. I'll see you, Dory.
Bye-bye. Well, I think Mel has had enough to handle for one day. I think a sedative is in order.
Oh, current medical thinking is that stimulation aids in rapid healing.
Well, be that as it may, he needs his rest. And my son, since he was a little boy, could never sleep more than a few hours at a time.
He sleeps very well when he's with me.
Well, I don't know why I'm going on about this. You must be exhausted. Now that you've seen Mel, why don't you take the opportunity and go on home and rest?
All right, I guess it's a good idea that we take this in shifts. You see, he's asleep. And no sedative.
Excellent.
So, I'll be back a little bit later. Is there anything that I can do for you?
No, we can manage fine, thank you.
Ciao.
She's good for Daddy. And what's good for Daddy isn't always good for Mare.
You are a rude child, and you have been badly brought up, but oh my.
So, whatever Jessica said about Joey, it was good?
Yeah. You know, I've had the privilege of knowing some fine men. Joey, Mel, Patrick.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Can we work together without driving each other crazy?
We work together now.
No, I know, but that's not what I mean. You offered to let me come in with you and Ian and build my school. You know, I give you my warehouse lot, you give me an appropriate building or site.
Yeah, and that offer still stands.
Well, I'm willing to make that exchange now, if you accept me as a true partner, meaning I would get a negotiated share of the profits. That way I could shovel some of the money back into my school and I wouldn't feel so much like a charity case. What do you think? Oh, are you afraid it's going to mess us up somehow? Because I don't think that business and romance are incompatible, do you?
No, this could work.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Thank you so much. All right. Well, then, now, tell me.
Uh-huh.
What has been on your mind all morning?
You know, this exact same thing. You just beat me to it. Yeah.
Well, great minds think alike. You think Ian will go for this?
Yeah, we got a problem. Ian.